Crossing the Line is not a show intended to bully or harass anyone. Do not go out of your way to mess with the authors who write these fanfics. They make what we do possible. Thanks. Enjoy.
We've been in the business for a couple of years now.
I see.
Prospector?
Prospector.
That's not picking up. Yeah, we've been really getting into prospectors.
What's your favorite prospecting fact?
The oil industry is dying. The steel industry is dying in the U.S. Do we mine steel? How's steel made?
You don't mine steel. You mix it with iron and coal, I think.
Yeah,
The coal industry. That's what we need to worry about.
Yeah, like it's smithed, it's not mined.
Good fact.
Nobody's going to bring up the Toy Story 2 prospector?
I mean, that's the only one.
You can.
So, Stinky Pete, what was your favorite scene from Toy Story 2 of Stinky Pete?
He called Buzz a skinhead.
True, that did happen. I do remember that.
It's true. He called him Buzz Lightweight. His name is Buzz Lightyear. Whatever. And then he got back in his box.
Get back in your box, Woody.
Never. Fine. And then he prepares to fucking put a hole in him. And then they stop him by fucking flashbanging him with cameras.
Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete.
What a fucking villain.
He fucking is. He beat Woody's ass.
Well, how about you think of another prospector?
I didn't bring up the prospector thing.
Prospector Gadget. He's pretty cool.
No.
What's he do?
He's this guy who's like a detective, and he has a lot of gadgets. And
he's like a detective.
He's like a detective, but he has a lot of tools for mining.
It's true. If he went go gadget, be a prospector, he would.
Okay.
Yeah. You see it in the intro, him crawling through the tunnel with his little flashlight finger.
You sure you're not talking about Inspector Gadget?
Nah, they're completely different. Or interchangeable, rather.
Well, wait.
No one's taking up the prospector mantle, so someone's got to do it.
He just puts on a different hat.
Yeah.
Like a mining helmet with the little light.
Stinky Pete, he says, go gadget prospector, and then he hits you with his pickaxe.
That's a crossover that people have been dying for. The Inspector Gadget Toy Story 2 crossover.
Yeah, you always go to Hot Topic and you see like Naruto Pikachu or like a My Hero Academia Squirtle, but you never see the Prospector from Toy Story 2 and Inspector Gadget. It's
Like
kind of weird.
vector art of him leaning on his pickaxe with like kanji that says Prospector. That'd actually be pretty sick.
Kanji that says Stinky.
It's just like all black t-shirt with like red vector art and like white accents.
True,
I can
true.
make them. Cody, you make that. You're good at Photoshop.
Yeah, okay, we'll make that real quick.
I was about to throw myself under the rug.
Oh, yeah, but no, you
under
caught
it.
yourself.
Oh, Minecraft Steve would technically be a prospector, wouldn't he?
True.
What's your favorite Minecraft fact?
I like,
You've never even played.
I've played.
When?
Friggin'. God, I played like back into 2011. It was back before the story mode was a thing.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess probably Herobrine. Just like, I like cryptid shit in video games. And that's probably it. I also like how just when you friggin' mine deeper, you just find scary shit. I just like details like that.
Your favorite Minecraft fact is this Minecraft myth? This thing that isn't real?
I know. Just like, I like cryptids.
Herobrine lore is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about the Temple of Notch?
Temple of Notch. That's pretty funny. I liked when we saw that in the stupid video.
We probably talked about that on more than like 3 podcasts, but look up Temple of Notch on YouTube anyway.
It's like a real
cool.
Minecraft seed, right?
Yeah.
That's
Someone made a
evil.
temple that looks like Notch, and you can either appease him or make him cry.
So there appears to be a Japanese Inspector Gadget episode, or rather an episode where Inspector Gadget goes to Japan. And I will say that the depictions of Japanese people are a little outdated.
Let me see.
I will not show you. You just have to live
I'll
with
be
that.
the
Show
judge.
me. I need to see.
I'll be the judge.
Steven's not allowed to see.
This is not the only one that looks like this, by the way.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be. He's not quite as his eyes aren't quite as
What?
it could be worse.
Okay.
He's got a banana head. It's a long head, not
No,
not
okay,
the
yes.
color. Never mind.
Whew.
Welcome to Crossing the Line, where we George,
When will you learn the catchphrase?
where we read, critique, and say other things about.
Welcome to Crossing the Line, where we read, review. Fuck, you fucked me up. Read, review, and critique fan fiction for your listening pleasure. I'm George G. Poole. As always, I got Elias V. Vlogs,
Hello.
Stephen Blue Breed,
Hello.
special guest.
Cody, but my handle at the moment is GooberGod69.
I love that.
Subject to change at any time.
Subject to change at any time. Nice at Smash 64. Yes, he has that Peggle 2 Platinum Trophy.
And he's working on a world record of Minesweeper.
Yeah, it's
Oh, hell
coming
yeah.
along.
World record.
I'm
Hell
not saying
yeah.
what the world record is in, but
Welcome to our Sims episode ? You guys, you like The Sims?
The Sims is interesting. There's a niche community of people who play The Sims on Twitch and are like in that community that are exploited for thousands of dollars every year. Like thousands of dollars of Sims packs come out every year that are just like clothing items or like minor game skins, and then when those release, the Sims streamers and creators will like make videos about it and encourage all their fans to buy it, and then all the comments are full of people that are buying it.
He just had a spasm because he remembered his boyfriend's huge into Sims 4.
Yeah, I did.
He thought about all the money.
Oh, my wallet! the fucking Sims devs snapped their fingers and made your fucking lungs implode.
Yeah, but there's like a very tight-knit Sims community that all pressures each other into buying this DLC that's very expensive and is just like minor skins and stuff. It's wild. And skins fans will be shaking their fists and insisting that this is substantial DLC. I promise you it is not.
It's honestly shocking because like The Sims is probably the first game that I like witnessed had to have like a really healthy modding community.
Yeah,
'Cause,
so
like,
you'd think that would just be modded in, but
right.
the same people that are like into this are like, not all, but like a lot of them are like young girls and they don't really know any better about like mods or anything. They're just like, I have to buy it if I want the pet skin.
that's a
So
good point because whenever I see stuff like that, I'm just like, this seems like something that would just be on the Steam Workshop.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen people make stuff that is as good or better,
Right.
but just the fact that it's official makes it good enough to buy for them, I guess.
Exactly. And they don't even like think to consider that you could just like make content for it and then put it up there.
I guess to be fair, like I guess it's technically easier for them to buy it than to go through the process of learning to mod.
Sims is
But
for
even
sure a
so-
more casual gaming experience, so most people that play The Sims probably don't even look into that kind of thing. The options of like modifying your game.
The most recent Sims 4 all-pack compilation DLC I can find is $994.
Nice.
Almost $1,000 in DLC that's just mainly skins and small changes.
I'm pretty sure Mortal Kombat 11 has them beat, and they launched a bunch of stuff like right from the get-go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, speaking of like egregious DLC for games, Train Simulator is like the same way, where everything added together is like probably like $1,500 to $2,000.
Jeez.
But like, if you go at the right time, like a Steam winter sale or something, you can get it for like not dirt cheap because it's like a lot of items and it adds up. But I mean, I got the game, which is like $60 normally, for like $3, I think.
But those are like adults playing train games, I would think. Like Sims is children, so it's really exploitative.
Well, you can be a grown-up and play The Sims.
I don't know any children that know The Sims or that play The Sims, but I also don't know any children.
Well, like
That's good.
the big
Thank you.
the big Sims tubers that I'm aware of are like, they're like probably like 30-year-old women who like play as like 20-year-olds that are trying to like look hip. Okay, that's a little mean, but they're like young women that are playing to a younger audience, like playing to like young girls, clearly by their videos, which again I've been exposed to by my partner's influence. It's like, to me it looks like it's definitely targeting young girls, and it's like, And they're like, you have to buy this new DLC. And it's like, okay, that's really not appropriate. But
Is it like an affiliate thing, or is it just like, hey, I'm always positive thinking this thing is very cool. This new DLC is great.
yeah, just always positive. I don't think any of them are affiliates as far as I can tell, because they sort of disagree with some things sometimes. And
I feel like EA doesn't care enough to outreach to the community in that way, too.
yeah, for sure. And part of that is because they'll do like build guides, like follow along. You just have to buy this, and this DLC. And so, like, to be up in their latest video series, you have to buy this DLC. Yeah.
I like SimCity on SNES.
You like to build up a big world and then have Bowser come destroy it all.
I do. I like raising my taxes by like 100%, then doing the glitch where you get like max 900,999 fucking money.
I'm just saying, I would vote for Blue Breed next election.
Thank you. I will. The tax increase is only temporary. I will change the.
The previously unmentioned tax increase is only temporary.
It's okay if you look in the dictionary. The definition of recession has been altered.
In this city,
it's only until I get the big money hack, and then we'll go back to normal.
I know pollution is up. I'll just put some stuff a little bit farther away. It's okay.
I'll simply move the tile elsewhere.
Put some floor dry in the water. It'll suck it up and float it away.
Your bounty paper towels.
My bounty paper towel factory.
Stupid Simpsons gag.
Cody, what's your favorite Sims game?
I don't think I've ever played a Sims game. I do like the fact that you can just go on YouTube and people just like make their own storylines, and it's just an avenue for someone to show their creativity and storytelling.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Very true.
I'm not as much of a creator as other people are, so I just like intake their stories.
Sure, that's fine. You can live your life that way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They got Sim Ant.
There's Sim Ant?
Yeah, it's like an ant farm.
Bruh.
Which one is that for? Is
I
that
think
the
that's
Super
like
Nintendo
Super
game?
Nintendo.
I think I've heard of it.
That actually sounds interesting. What the hell?
Yeah, they had a lot of like weird ones like Sim Earth.
What?
Some other ones that I can't think of right now, but they're out there. The Sims games, before they just kind of got like modernized into The Sims, and then The Herbs. Sims in the City.
I like The Sims 2 Castaway Essential on PSP.
They put that game on the Wii too, and I think that's hilarious.
I think I had Sims 2 on the GameCube or some Sims, but just like imagining playing that game with a controller seems unbearable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny to think about.
We went over to our friend's house and they were like playing The Sims on PS3 or 4 or something, and it like the UI is so messed up.
Oh, really?
It's just like it's clearly like janked together for a controller.
Some games just cannot exist on like console. Like they put Diablo 2 on modern consoles now, and doesn't that seem kind of crazy?
It does, but apparently it works pretty well. I remember the first time I saw the MOBA Smite be on a console, even today it just doesn't feel right, but there's like button combinations, and it's just like everything needs a combination for something, and everything's on this like weird path to like they have like a chat system where you can like say preset messages, and you have to know like a Konami password code to even like say the simplest thing, and it's like these games should not be on console, but there's a market for it. People will figure it out eventually.
Yeah, fucking macros are annoying for that type of thing.
I remember I first played Final Fantasy XIV online on PS3, and I gave up because the UI was so bad. Like it didn't even try. It just gave you like a mouse with the analog stick, and it was so slow.
I remember that.
It was
You got in there early, like
I did
like
pre
day one.
Yeah, pre like all the updates that made it like good, and people didn't like Final Fantasy XIV vanilla very much, and it got like reworked. But I had the vanilla on PS3
I
whenever
think
it
it's
first
so
came out.
funny that they put that into the plot where it's just like, oh, the realm has been reborn. All this stuff that happened before, it's been wiped away by a big meteor or whatever. And now
Of
we're
course.
in the fucking future.
Someone went to my business and told me they got married in Final Fantasy 14.
Interesting.
I said, okay.
Hmm.
And they said, yeah, we have pictures of our wedding, and it's in Final Fantasy 14 on our walls. And I was like,
That's cute, but I hope it's not a replacement for their actual wedding.
I don't know about that. I can't say anything about that.
Gamers got a game.
I mean, even funnier than that is the tales of like RuneScape weddings, which I haven't
True.
personally been to or seen, but they exist, and it's just the idea is funny because you're limited to like these like 10 emotes that are actually applicable, and then maybe the bride and groom go to a room, and then you see one doing sit-ups and one doing push-ups on them, and it just kind of maybe looks like they're having sex if you imagine it that way.
Yep.
You can just go to Second Life at that point.
Honestly.
Then you
Yeah.
can at least like fly away with your partner after the ceremony.
Yeah, but then you won't be able to have all the guests build a big fucking circle of fires around you.
Yeah, imagine someone's just trying to up their fire stat and they come through the middle of your wedding with a big trail of fireplaces.
Yeah, it's like fucking Valador, how there's always a line of fires in the middle of it.
It's like, hey buddy, can you not? We're doing a thing here.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm training my fire making. Stop.
He's just got it on a bot, so it's just going automatically, cutting through their
Oh,
ceremony.
guys, I think this guy's AFK. We gotta relocate.
Instead of smashing a fucking bottle, you have to beat a hobgoblin, but they're so underleveled they get fucking murdered on their wedding.
Why would you get married in RuneScape if you were underleveled
You
for
just make an
anything?
account, an extra. No, that's not true because you wouldn't be attached to your SC.
Exactly.
Mm.
You fell in love there, so you're going to stay in love there.
Yeah,
Maybe
I couldn't get married because I couldn't find somebody with 99 prayer to officiate us.
True.
It's fucked up. Did you ever have a love like that on an online source?
No, but on RuneScape one time, funny that we mention it, I was just going to Falador, having a grand old time, being a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and a woman player says, "Hey, you want to be my BF?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And I was thinking, "Damn, he's done it again." I've done it again. How could this go wrong? She said, "Okay, give me stuff." So I gave her like a cape and like 240 GP.
Oh no.
And then I never saw her again.
No.
And you know what? That's fine because I don't need people in my life, and if that's the cost to get them away from me, then so be it.
You could put her name in your gamer tag as this person's boyfriend.
I knew them for all of 20 seconds.
You paid the price. It's your right.
I will fucking report her so quick. This bitch.
Goddamn gold diggers in RuneScape.
That was the climate back then. That's what you did. It probably wasn't even a girl in real life.
No, of course not.
I mean,
Jagex should really patch those people out.
Women?
yeah, no, the women update hasn't come yet.
We're on 3.0 and them bitches are still here.
Okay, who wants to read Sims first?
Steven does.
Okay, dope. Sounds good to me. Alright, let me just simulate my fan fiction real quick, run it through Chat GPT.
Yeah, we couldn't find one, so we had to make it real quick. Honestly, not a bad idea.
Yeah, I remember one time you found like a Spanish story and you tried to use FANFICTION's like auto-translate filter and it didn't really work out very good.
It's true, it just became fucking gibberish every other sentence. Alright. Let's see what it came up with. A yellow book opens its cover and reveals a yellow house with a purple door and a red roof. Steve hops out of the windows and greets the kids with his usual welcome. Hi out there, it's me, Steve.
Okay.
Have you seen Blue, my puppy? He asked.
Oh.
She right that the kids stopped suddenly as they noticed that Blue did not jump out of her usual bush. She must not be outside then. Oh well, come on in anyway, Steve said, inviting the kids in. The kids go into the house, meeting him right at the front door. Hey, I'm so glad you've came. All my friends have disappeared for a while, but I have no idea where they went, he said, stumped. Steve fake jogged all around the house to check.
All around.
He really
Fake jogged.
he does do that.
That's
green
just,
screen
that's just
one.
funny how they describe it like that.
Yeah. Blue? Pale? Mrs. Pepper? Anyone? Hello? Where are you? He shouted. Blue, Shovel, Pale, Tickety-Tock, Slippery, Mr. Salt, Mrs. Pepper, Paprika, and Side Table Drawer have all arrived into this mysterious place known as Simtown. They all looked around, but all they could find is one house. Where the hell are we? Mrs. Pepper snapped.
Mrs. Pepper.
Oh shit.
What was that inflection there?
She's so Salt is French, and I believe she's also French.
Okay.
So like I was trying to remember her cadence.
I'm more concerned about her profanity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. They're in Simstown. She can say whatever she wants.
Steve's gonna cover his ears. Ah.
His green crystal's gonna glow red.
Steve's gonna go to college.
I don't want to hear this anymore.
That's how you auto skip to Steve's going away speech.
Hey,
You just swear.
hey Joe, I don't think this is for me anymore. You like this edgy shit, right?
How come you didn't try out to be the new Steve?
I'm sure there were some auditions in South Florida.
That's true. Friggin' Gabriel Iglesias and John Cena both auditioned, I'm pretty sure.
You could have beaten both of them with your arms tied behind your back.
I could see
Well,
John
to be-
Cena, but Gabriel Iglesias would be like a strange person to have green screened over. He's kind of heavy set and he's kind of like obnoxious.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, he's, you know,
He's kind
when
of.
you're working in like a 4x3 green screen environment,
That's fair.
you gotta make best use of your space.
You know, you have a good point.
Not even the fact of his like brand of humor, but just like
Easily
him as a
searchable to
person.
find all this horrible shit.
You have to perfectly composition the other 2/3 of the screen so that
Yeah,
everything has good spacing.
he would look so small if you just like scaled him down.
That's true.
4x3.
Well, like,
You think
yeah,
they're still using that?
yeah, of course. I'm just gonna cover him. Just gonna put him in all episodes. I've already got the footage for everything else.
They just put him over Steve and like redub the old episodes.
Redub. No, they would just. Well, I guess that would be dubbing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy with the new guy, Josh. Steve personally selected him and like trained him, so like that was really nice.
We really do have to talk about your interest in children's content.
We all watch cartoons here.
Yeah, but you watch baby cartoons.
Blue's Clues is good.
I like Josh too. No, because the other day you sent us the. I know it was trending on Twitter or whatever, but you sent us the like PNG of the new Barney mascot, like as if I was supposed to give my thoughts on the Barney cartoon.
I wasn't looking for opinions. I just looked at his design. I was like, it looks like a friggin' Yuji Akawa drawing or whatever.
Okay, I thought you were gonna be like,
No,
I'm
I wasn't.
outraged at this new Barney
No,
design.
I thought you were gonna be like, I love the new Barney design. I can't wait for Barney to come out.
No. I don't give a crap either way. I just looked at the way like the eyes were done and whatnot. It made me think of like Balan Wonderworld's art style.
I would agree.
Yeah, that was the end of the point. I wasn't trying to get like a discussion.
Okay, you're off the hot seat for now.
Okay. Wait till it comes out.
Cody, do you like children's cartoons?
No, but I've heard about the big Bluey surge. Everyone's into Bluey right now.
Bluey's good.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that so much if the accents didn't bother me so much.
True.
It's like I don't mind the accents of real people like that are from other countries, but when like it's a children's cartoon, my like American brain has been like convinced that it's an American guy doing a bad British accent or something.
And they're teaching our American youth wrong.
I mean, it already happened once with Peppa Pig. Every kid was speaking British, and now they're going to speak Australian. Oh, you fucking cunt!
Bluey does that?
Yeah, I think so. They're Australian. It's normal over there.
This episode of Bluey is called Overdose.
Is that a problem in Australia?
No, no, it's a fucking meme I saw. So it had like the toy and was like rolling it around on the floor, like having a seizure.
Glad you described that.
Okay, you're back in trouble again. Children's cartoon commentary has gone too far.
Fuck. Anyway, so Mrs. Pepper curses, and then she received a nudge and an annoyed look from Mr. Salt, who was holding Paprika. Not in front of the baby, he said. Sorry, she said. But seriously, where in the world are we? I was just making a snack and then we all came here. It's a mystery to me as well, but look, here come some people. Tickety said, oh, it's Tickety. Whatever.
It's Tickety.
The clock.
I don't remember that at all. I only remember the table condiments and the mailbox. I had a toy of the mailbox as a kid. It was cool.
It is cool.
Same.
I was a big Blue's Clues kid.
Same. I still wish they sold those original like notebook things.
Oh, I had one.
Yeah, same.
That was my shit as a kid.
Absolutely. Ugh.
Can't believe they never made any like PS1 platformer for that show.
Is there not a game?
I think there might be, but it's like an edutainment style thing.
Yeah. There's that, and I think there is like a new game for like the new show, I'm pretty sure.
PS5 DualSense controller synapses, whatever. You can feel Blue's ears in your hands.
You can feel Mrs. Pepper in your hand as you shake her.
Pour dust out of your controller.
Tickety pointed at the man and woman present. The man had orange hair, hazel eyes, and wore a black Toyota shirt with dark blue jeans. The woman had brown hair, red eyes, and wore a white and pink striped shirt with black jeans.
You can have Toyota and Blue's Clues.
It's a crossover.
Where's this going?
Pale went over to them and tried to start a conversation. Hi, she said. Every Grozno, the woman said. What did you just say? Every Grozno, she repeated. The gang.
What did you just say?
Simlish.
It is yeah, it's Simlish.
I was racking my brain so hard. Like, what does that mean?
It's probably actual words backwards, but only Steven will know.
Onzor. No, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just them being gibberish.
There was Blue's Big Musical on PlayStation, Blue's Alphabet Book on Game Boy Color, and Blue's Collection Day on the V-Smile.
Okay, that last one does not count.
The V-Smile.
But there is, in fact, a PlayStation game.
Oh, yeah. The gang just stared at them until Side Table went over there and said, Hey, could you please go on? We don't belong here. The man and woman left, but with rude glares on their faces and mumbled cuss words.
Simlish cuss words.
Well, that was rude, Side Table thought. Chapter 2. Blue, who has eavesdropped on Pale's conversation, decided to look around the place and try to figure out where they were. She was that the town had many similarities to her neighborhood, but it had a virtual look to it.
I found a picture from the PS1 game when he's like doing the Mr. Beast pose.
That's a cute model of him,
It's like
though.
a claymation Steve. He's doing the Mr. Beast.
It's true, it's true.
Cool. Okay, go on.
Let's see here. Blue started to wonder if they were in some kind of a computer game. She looked up to see the sky, but instead saw a green, thin diamond in the way. Oh no, she's been selected. Blue then realized where they were as she sprinted all the way back to her friends.
Sprinted in a panic.
You guys, I think I figured out where we were, she shouted. Well, where are we? Shovel asked. We're in a computer game called The Sims.
Oh no!
No!
They're gonna make us live in a shithole.
No!
They're gonna drain the pool. I'm gonna live there. Shit.
Please tell me Josh isn't playing. He always just puts random holes in the ground. He never puts walls up.
He makes the largest winding hallway to the bathroom possible.
He just traps us in a fucking wall.
And he laughs.
I would play it on the computer when Steve was too busy to play Blue's Clues, she said. I like that.
Depression gaming.
Yeah. What's his Simses? Mrs. Pepper asked. It's a game that is like a life simulator. Whoever plays it controls everything we do and everything about us, Blue replied. Sounds crazy. I don't like it. How will we get home? Side table mumbled.
That's probably a better question.
Honestly.
I don't like
Okay,
it.
how do we get home?
Fuck that. Get me out of here. Let's see here. Maybe some of the people can help us, Tickety suggested. Yeah, but here's the deal. The people here don't speak English. They speak a language called Simlish. Blue said. So I guess
Here's the problem.
So I guess we'll either have to learn the language or bring a Simish dictionary.
I don't see how the Sims are going to get you out of here.
They are just as much a part of the fucking system.
They're in the Matrix, Blue.
We should bring a dictionary. We don't have the time to learn a foreign language, Pale said. They should speak English.
The game was coded in English. You should speak English.
What's wrong with these people? Where are they from and why are they here?
What do you mean, where are they from? You're there.
That's me joking.
Okay.
No, they didn't actually go on a fucking rant.
An anti-English rant.
That would be fucking funny.
Someone says, I thought it would be smart to Blue and they go on a racist rant.
Hey, Blue.
Sacre Blue, what do you think we speak? Well, I can understand you. It's them that are the problem.
They're just making noises.
You guys caught up. You guys were updated. Let's see. She's right, everyone else agreed. Blue went inside and thanked herself for giving the house a bookshelf. She grabbed a thick dictionary with a dark green cover and went back outside.
She grabbed a thick dick.
And thanked herself.
3 blocks later, the gang met a brunette-haired woman with brown eyes, light skin, and wore a nice red blouse with black dress slacks.
Fanfiction writers always describe people like that.
Literally every time. Like a new
Brunette
character,
eyes.
just they have to go so in depth on their design right from the
It
get-go.
always tells you nothing about them.
And these are Sims NPCs. They are especially lifeless. Oh, God.
But now you have a picture painted in your head.
It's true, I do.
Sort of.
I do see the paper cutout animals and salt shakers and shit like moving around this 3D plane. Like fucking Mode 7. Let's see here. She also had ruby red earrings and had a red rose in her hair. Blue opened the book and flipped to the word hello. So, she said. So, the woman said back, giving the gang a friendly wave and smile. Last chapter and it's very short. After a few...
What an end of a chapter. They said hello.
They did a
love
lot of
it.
work describing that character, okay?
I love the juxtaposition between the welcomeness of hello and the end of the chapter.
After a few minutes of casual talk, Blue was finally able to ask the woman the way home. Translated to English, the woman asked, "Can you just skidoo back home?" "Yes, but I can't find a picture of the house," Blue said. "I'm an artist, and I was a die-hard Blue's Clues fan as a kid, so I've memorized what the house looks like. Follow
that makes
me."
sense.
That's true. I've never thought about that, like... Well, nah, I guess they've already explored that in the show because they've drawn pictures and gone into them.
It's fine. She's going to be immortalized on the Autism Archive.
Autistic dog goes to autistic house.
Cody really didn't want to laugh at that.
That's what happened.
It's a YouTube channel. It's real.
It's true. It's
It's
true.
It's a real place, I swear.
I'm not making it up.
I'm not making it up. This is inspired. The woman directed the gang over to her house. Once they got to the house, the woman offered some drinks. Almost everyone asked for apple juice except Forand, who was bottle feeding Paprika. The woman grabbed out her supplies and began drawing.
Her supplies?
There was like random fucking periods here.
Yeah, now that they've all had their apple juice, she can start painting.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the bottle feeding lady drawing out her boobs.
No.
Except for her Paprika, who was bottle feeding, and then she drew out her supplies.
Her fat apple juice titties.
Yeah.
After she was finished, everyone thanked the woman and then skidooed, leading them back home. Everyone.
Thank you, Skidoos. Thank you, Skidoos.
What's blue skidoo in Simlish? Good job.
Audio distortion.
Yeah. It peaks the mic so hard. Everyone quickly ran into their proper room except Blue, who went behind her usual bush. Steve was outside his front yard for the millionth time today. Blue, where are you? He called out. Blue jumped out and licked Steve in the face. Steve smiled in relief before inviting everyone back in. Everyone else was just glad to be home. The end.
Yay.
What a scholarly piece of media.
I was really hoping that when Blue looked up at the sky and saw the green gym and realized that they were in The Sims, that Blue realized that there is a God and free will is not a thing, and then had I was hoping she would have a life-changing epiphany and just...
But it was actually unimportant.
Yes, but it was an unimportant thing.
They just went and did their thing and went and talked to the first stranger they saw who was actually able to help them.
Yes.
Just happened to be an artist who watched Blue's Clues.
So much she memorized how the house looked.
They described her entire outfit in detail and then had her immediately say goodbye.
They didn't give her a name.
I know, they always do that. They just always refer to them as like the green-eyed girl, and like they never name them or like...
She was wearing a red shirt and black slacks, had a rose in her hair and ruby earrings, and she was really good at art and didn't have a name.
Doesn't matter. They can't read her name anyway.
They can't read her name anyway.
It was floating above her head, but it was in Simslish. They didn't even try.
It's true, it's true.
I give that story 2 Blues Clues.
I give that story Sims 2
Out of
Sims.
I give it Steve sitting in the thinking chair with his laptop fucking screaming as it processes Sims 3 and he commits fucking immurement on Blue.
Please, this is my work computer, don't crash!
Can we find RAM?
I
in
only
my
installed
house?
2 of the 100 DLC packs. Why is it running so bad?
I've used up half of my hard drive already.
Why is this Sims DLC pack using 12 gigabytes of RAM? How could one game be so poorly optimized? Despite EA, they have so much money.
That's a good point, Steve.
Every update is an additional 40 gigs. Why?
Please compress your textures.
Blue has to sit there next to the fucking chair, scared to death.
Jumping a little
Steve-
bit every time Steve clicks.
As every time Steve hits the arm of his chair.
Bang!
Fuck!
Would you
Sorry,
like
Blue.
to rate
Sorry,
that
Blue.
story?
Sorry, Blue.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2 skidoo. We can too. You guys ever do grab bags where like it may be a crossover, but like you don't know, none of you know what the other one has picked. Like I might pick like a Kingdom Hearts and like I did Kingdom Hearts and Kill la Kill last time, but we did like a Kingdom Hearts episode. Do you ever just like all come to the table with something random and then like it's a surprise what you came up with?
We've done that like once. We generally just pick a theme and stick to it, but
and then it crosses over with something else, and that's the surprise anyway.
Yeah, but you know, we're in 5 years of fanfic, so I'm not against the idea of mixing it up from time to time. We did one recently that was just like all ambiguous horror icons, so that was a little more freeform.
It's a little bit, yeah. It still follows a theme. That's good.
Yeah. Sometimes we do creepypasta episodes instead. I like those. True. Because those can really be anything.
Yeah, those were already kind of like fanfics. Or original stories.
Yeah, yeah.
There's this one we reference all the time where this guy's like in his room and he looks out the window into the street and there's like a flashing creepypasta villain under the streetlight. He just turns back to his computer and says, "This city's gone to the fucking dogs."
Yeah,
This neighborhood's gone to shit.
I went on Reddit and I found that story and like I read the first sentence just to get a feel of the writing style. I was like, oh my god, this might be decent. Then the more we read, just like it was better than it had any right to be for a Reddit post.
I was also a big fan of the Doctor, what's his name?
Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect one.
Yeah,
We just read that one.
that one's pretty
He was like
good.
a immortal ghoul who had to keep traveling houses to like stay alive. And there's this one scene where he's like live streaming PUBG from the end of like one of those giant gothic dining halls. So his like webcam's on one side of the giant table and he's at the very other end streaming really far away.
Oh, wow, that's funny then.
That is so funny. It's like one of the funniest concepts we've ever read.
You just hear the echo of the fucking keys clacking as you look over at the like neon streamer lights at the end of a dining room table.
It's like barely visible, but he's still pissed off.
He takes up a few pixels of the entire webcam.
Yeah, like the protagonist comes in and he's like, "Hey, I need to go to the bathroom. Can you take over real quick?" So he puts on a wig and starts playing.
It's like he's so far away that you can't even tell, so it's fine.
Fanfiction's cool. I'm gonna read this one.
Oh, you know.
Link! The green-clad hero looked up to his unappealing 3DS to see Zelda skipping happily towards him. "We got The Sims 3, she said, plopping down on the couch next to him.
Yes!
"Since we're in the game room, we can put it in, can't we?"
Wait, did you say Link? Is this Link and Zelda?
The green-clad hero, yes.
They're in the game room and he's playing his DS?
Yeah.
His unappealing DS.
You think this is like a couple that just like role plays all the time? And they call each other that?
We just started.
I know, you've introduced so much.
You're projecting so much too.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She asked sweetly, holding up the box containing the game. Link sighed and nodded, closing his 3DS. He already went through Ocarina of Time in real life, so he knew every hidden thing, and it wasn't much fun when you see yourself die over and over again just because of some stupid glitch. Zelda hopped over to the 80-inch plasma screen TV and put the game in the Wii. She grabbed the nunchuck.
God damn.
Oh, no!
They're a Nintendo house.
Sims 3 on the Wii.
On the 80-inch plasma.
At least you got a pointer.
Zelda, you are fucking hopeless.
She grabbed the nunchuck and a remote, then returned to her friend's side. "I'll make your sim, and you can make mine," she said. Link smiled and nodded. "Here, you make mine first," Zelda said, handing him the remote. Link took it and pressed a new sim. The person that popped up was a fat young adult with bright shorts, a gray mohawk, and a suit top. "Just click teen," Zelda said. When
Just
Link
use a preset, it's fine.
When Link did so, a skinny blonde appeared with a pink top and a pair of brown shorts. Let's stick with this one, Zelda said,
Fuck
nodding
you.
approvingly. So he didn't do anything.
The preset looks good. It's fine.
Looks just like you.
He hit like the generator thing, and she's like, "That looks good. Good work."
I don't
Thanks."
trust my boyfriend to take anything seriously. Just leave it at this.
Come on, Link, we gotta get to the good part.
Yeah, Link, we gotta hurry up and get in here. Just preset's fine.
Link looked back and forth with shock between the sim and Zelda. Zelda laughed at his expression. Of course, we'll make changes, of course, but we can use this for a base. Link nodded with understanding. Now, Zelda said,
Oh, is he a silent
Yeah,
protagonist?
he's mute again.
a little authority creeping in her tone. Go to where the name Gertrude is and press A. Link did so, and when he saw the keyboard, he understood that the first name goes there. He backspaced it, replacing it with Zelda.
With the fucking Wii remote.
He then replaced the last name Marybottom, author's note, I've seen worse, with Harkinian. Or tried to, anyway.
Let's fucking go!
Couldn't spell her last name.
While Link was typing it out, the last letter didn't fit. His brow creased with confusion, then determination. After watching Link press the letter N for at least 5 minutes, Zelda sighed. Link, it
Not
doesn't
this
need
again,
to be the
Link.
full last name.
Doesn't need to be the whole word, Link.
Link ignored this, backspacing and retyping the name for another 5 minutes, until he just sighed in frustration. At this, Zelda just said, "For goddess's sake, Link, just put Harkin." Link did so and pressed OK. And now, Zelda said, "For the size." Link clicked on the next tab and looked at everything confusingly. "Just experiment," Zelda encouraged. Link looked at the first setting, the little tab all the way to the left. He clicked on the right and Zelda instantly became fat. "Link!" Zelda said.
Bro, just like a woman to get mad.
Zelda said, who burst out laughing. "Am I really that fat?" Link panicked and accidentally pressed the little green box on the lower right-hand corner, making the Sim's skin green.
Link didn't respond.
"Really, Link?" Zelda asked, still laughing.
Stop trolling him. He's trying to figure it out.
Link, you're so stupid. Why don't you know how to play The Sims 3 on Nintendo Wii?
Link just sighed. This was going to take a while. Chapter 2. After struggling for 20 minutes, he finally got Zelda to wear a purple polo shirt and a white skirt and pink Converse. Her hair was long, brown, and straight. "Now it's my turn," Zelda said as they saved her sim. The person who popped up was a skinny, green-skinned man who was shirtless and had a unibrow. Zelda raised an eyebrow. "We'll keep this."
No.
Link
What?
looked at her incredulously. Zelda rolled her eyes. "Link, of course we're going to change him up. You don't have a unibrow. Now give me the remote."
Not that your skin's not green.
I'm glad that minute detail is what she got out of that.
I love how much of the story is just actually Sims gameplay on the Wii.
Just creating a sim.
It kicks ass.
I hope the relationship survives this.
Mm-mm.
No way.
Link complied, giving her the remote. When Zelda started on his sim, a short plumber poked his head into the room.
What?
Cody's grabbing his brow.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
A short plumber.
Hmm.
A 3-word phrase.
3-word horror stories.
I can think of a 2-word one that would make it even more horrifying.
Gaijin Goomba.
You know what? I'll give you that one full points.
"You got The Sims?" Mario shouted, running over to the couch.
Oh, good voice.
"I wanna play!"
Get the fuck out, Mario!
This is where I mentioned it's actually a Smash Brothers crossover.
Oh, wow.
Zelda's shoulders sagged. It was
Zelda's
going to be
titties
just
sag.
Link and I, she explained awkwardly, but Mario was already sitting on the couch saying, I want to make mine after.
Fuck off,
You
Mario.
can't interject here, you little shit.
Mario, get in here so I can kill you! A high-pitched voice shouted irritably.
Whoa.
Mario grinned and ran out of the room towards Peach.
What's that little gremlin doing?
He really is. He's like a little mischievous devil.
He doesn't want to play Sims with Peach, he wants to play Sims with Link.
He grinned and ran in there to go get killed. When Link and Zelda turned around, they nearly fainted at the horrendous sight of Peach glomping. Mario right in the middle of the floor. There was a page break.
Yeah, I didn't like the way you said it. Peach glomping.
They like hit the enter key by accident. For the love of Nehru, Peach, get a room! Zelda shrieked in disgust. Mario somehow picked up Peach and they went off. That was gross, Zelda muttered.
Disgusting.
I like this image of 1 foot tall Mario carrying this giant Peach out of the room.
Mario picked up Peach and got off.
And then they glomped. That was gross, Zelda muttered. Now for... Hey, Zelly, Marth said, resting properly on the couch.
Why would Marth... Oh my god.
Sitting straight up with perfect posture like any prince would sit.
Sims.
He can use the Wii remote just like his sword. Can I play? Zelda mentally face-palmed. I just want to spend time with Link, Zelda said, trying to keep the irritation out of her voice. Why would you spend time with a commoner, he asked. Zelda glared at the blue net man. Because he's an honorable man, she seethed, unable to hide her anger any longer. Marth stood up. Well, I refuse to share airspace with this lowly... He got cut off by her shiny bow being poked in his face. Go away! Marth left without another word.
Marth wave dashed out of the room.
Marth backed up slightly so his spacing was good enough for a tipper.
Kills her.
Zelda sat down on the couch next to Link. Now, for your sim. Oh, and there's an author's note where the author's talking to the characters. This was too short. Sorry, Zelda. It's because you lost your work and had to rewrite it, right? Remember? Link rolls his eyes. Yeah, it would have been better if I accidentally hadn't replaced the work with a paper for English class. And Link, don't you roll your eyes at me. And then Link does a derp face. Chapter 3. I'm really sorry. I just can't think of anything. I'm lost. I have terrible writer's block and I'm just going to end this. I can't get any good ideas. If I might as well tell you now, then let yourselves hope for all of eternity. I really liked the story, and it had a lot of views, favorites, and followers, but there's just no more inspiration. I'm deeply sorry.
Oh,
Chapter 4.
Sad ending.
LOL, JK.
Whoa!
Ideas!
I got baited so hard.
So I lied.
I'm gonna tweet.
I'm gonna keep uploading crap for this one. I just got into The Sims 3 for the PC, and I was like, whoa! So yeah. Chapter 3 for real.
Whew.
Oh, and there's another back and forth between the author and the characters. Hi! And then Link jumps, and Zelda says, oh, for the love of Din, she's not going to kill you. Yeah, not yet at least. And Link has a scaredy face, and Zelda has a big-eyed face. And then the author says, why I don't own Super Smash Bros. Or The Legend of Zelda? Oh, and thanks to this person for the idea. So you just said you had ideas, but you got it from somebody else?
They were just kidding.
Is that it? Is it over?
No.
Okay.
I'm hungry, Zelda declared,
Fuck
setting down
off.
the Wii remote. Link wordlessly picked up the remote and turned it to her sim and fed her.
Oh my!
I thought we were just
fucking
abandoning
God.
The Sims. thought they were gonna go to the kitchen and make some food.
I love the thought of her complaining, and he just like picks up the thing and does it for her. Like he assumes it's expected of her. Oh, the princess couldn't help but laugh at the gesture. I meant in real life, Link, she elaborated, trying to stifle her giggle. Right on cue, her stomach growled. The hero nodded and paused the game, standing up and stretching his arms. When he did, he gave Zelda a questioning look. I'm not sure what we should eat, she said, and I'm kind of sick of Kirby's cooking. Link nodded and stared out the door. Do you have somewhere in mind? A nod. Zelda smiled. Then lead the way, she said happily. With that, they walked out the door, leaving the Wii on. M'lady, Marth called, peeking into the MP room Zelda was previously residing in with that filthy Gothard? Goatherd? Goatherd?
G what?
Goat, goat herd.
That's probably it. Because he herds goats in Twilight Princess.
Ah. He would never understand her infatuation with him, but mark his words, it'll change. However, his princess was nowhere to be found. Princess Zelda? He called again, stepping inside the room. After scanning it briefly, it was clear that it was deserted despite the fact that Wii was on. Wait a minute. He walked over to the paused game and recognized it as The Sims 3, the game that his Zelda was playing earlier.
His Zelda.
He realized that they had made some other characters as well. Young Link.
Oh my god.
Me as a child, yes.
Roy, Peach, Ganon. He was trapped in a swimming pool with no ladder.
Alright, that's pretty good.
That's what you fucking do to your bully in school. You make a sim of him and you fucking bully him. Put the King of Thieves in a pool with no ladder. Samus, Mario, Ike, and him. Grinning, he got a great idea. Taking his Wii remote, he clicked on Link's character and made him kiss Peach. They both obliged, and they kissed right as Zelda got back from work. She yelled at Link. Link argued with Zelda, and then they both broke up with each other. That's fucked up.
He's a homewrecker.
Honestly. Then he went to the character and consoled Zelda, chatted with her, listened to her complain, and then confessed his love. It all happened pretty easily, and now they were dating. Meanwhile, Link was still making out with Peach, but then Mario came back from work and started arguing with Peach. Deciding that won't do, Martha made Mario dive into the swimming pool where Ganon was trapped.
Oh no!
Once that was finished, he saw Link was starting to get hungry as well as sleepy. Using this to his advantage, he made Link drive all the way to the outskirts of town. By the time he got there, he was starving and exhausted, and he collapsed as soon as he got out of the car. Once he was dealt with, Martha went to his character and spammed the woohoo button.
No!
Spammed the woohoo button
let's
madly.
fucking go, dude.
And the grin on his lips spread wider. After that, he hit try for baby, and he felt that all was as it should be. The end!
I love fictionally impregnating my friends.
Oh my god.
I love that there's no like outro or note from the author.
When
That's
was that
just
written?
weird stuff. This is like 2014.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I couldn't get any ideas, so I made Marth vandalize their game file and just like violate his friendship.
It started in 2012, and the last update was in 2015. So this bridged gaps.
That was incredible.
I rate that 2 dead man's floats in the pool out of 2.
I rate that Ganon getting waterlogged by his fucking cape, trying to use Mario as a stepladder.
Trying to use Mario.
That's 2 pieces of the Triforce out of 3 for me.
I love how he smashed the woohoo button like mad. He could not get enough.
Try for baby.
The try for baby button.
Give me baby making machine.
I rate that Marth walking in and seeing the Wii and immediately tippering the Wii to destroy the save file.
I thought it was clever when, okay, a little bit clever. Not even very, but like when Zelda said, for Nehru, or for the love of Nehru, which is like an item in the Zelda games, is Nehru's love, and then
She's also a character.
but Nehru's love is an Ocarina of Time item.
Mm.
And then also says, for the love of Din, which is not an item. So I was
There's
thinking
Din's
like,
fire.
yeah, but it's Din's fire. Like,
the
was
love of-
was it an accident the first time, or were you actually?
Good point.
I don't know.
Good point.
And they didn't say anything about the third goddess or whatever it is.
No one ever does. She didn't get a Game Boy game.
True.
Who cares about Furore?
Yeah, I liked that Marth became a homewrecker in an instant.
He's just a dickhead. You fucking goat herd. Jesus Christ, someone's gotta do it.
I like how they made Link and Young Link in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually when I play Tamagotchi Life, I make myself and then a younger version of myself.
What a cool story.
What better child to have in my family life than me?
I know exactly what he likes. I can be such a good dad.
I've lived through him.
Trying to decide which one I want to read.
Did you find either of theirs in your compilation that you made?
No, actually, I saw the Blue's Clues one. I didn't pick it. I picked a couple of short ones, but I'm always like debating because if it's like less than 1K, it's too short. But if it's like more than 3K, it's way too long. So
2K is generally like the sweet spot, but if something's like really funny, then we'll just read some of it and then just like stop
that's
when
what
it
I
feels
might
right.
do.
Yeah.
I've got too many saved because I've got too many funny ones.
Yeah, and it always like feels bad to me because I just use the favorite option to like keep my stuff in line so I don't lose it, but then it's like it gets too clouded, so I have to just unfavorite things, and I feel bad for the author.
Yeah.
Fanfiction.net devs, infinite favorites, please.
No, it's not even that. It's just because it gets hard to scroll through them all.
Oh, okay.
There are some that will never leave my favorites, though. They're there to stay.
Okay, I've got a super short one, but depending on how much traction we get out of it, I may or may not just read some of another one.
Okay.
This short one is really interesting. Maybe. Okay. Chapter 1. Sora was a special boy. He had a strong heart. He lived on the Destiny Islands.
Mm-hmm.
The
He's
secluded
special,
island.
has a good heart.
Not far from the shore of the main island, Sora, Riku, and Kairi were sitting on the beach, contemplating what to do with the rest of their summer before going back to their usual dilly-dallying.
Which is when Kairi pulled out her laptop.
On the beach. Until time stopped. Sora blinked, and in a second, the shore became a purple-like color. The sand around him started showing cracks. Sora remembers this environment. The end of the world. That's like what happens at the end of the first game.
Yeah, they go to
Into-
Destiny Island, but is it really? No. Well, maybe. I don't know, actually.
Sora got up and saw Riku and Kairi's figures fade away as dust particles.
Oh.
They just like died.
Instantly.
No! No! Sora yelled while reaching out both ways. I won't let this happen again! Not again! Sora stood there. Sora, approach the secret cave, said a mysterious... That's what happened. It's already happened.
Yeah,
Similar
that
to a
cryptid
voice.
creature in the coat's gonna come talk to him. Except he's gonna have a green
Yeah.
jewel over his head.
The brown bag man.
Yeah.
That model should never be seen in full light. That's bad. Whoa! Sora wondered. Sora walked up onto the deck and into the secret cave. A green glow getting stronger each step was appearing. Sora looked confused. At the end of the path, the glow was from a giant diamond-shaped object. You were right.
Oh, no.
It was a glass-like and glowed green. It was also hovering. No support at all. Sora approached it, but hadn't touched it. He looked around for a reference to the object. What? Like on the walls of the cave or something?
Sure. Whatever.
Sora walked around to see for clues. All he could see were his drawings from when he was a child. The world's keyhole and the path leading back to the outer island. Sora stood there thinking what this green thing could be. Could it be another keyhole? Could it be like the corridors of darkness? Could this be the heart of a world unknown to Sora, yet eventually ended on Destiny Island? The path leading to the mainland of the secluded island faded away, and Sora was locked into the small cave. He shed a tear. He thought he'd lost his friends for a third time. Once more. This is after 2 also?
Sure.
Okay.
So it's not little boy Sora.
No, he had
It's
to
medium
crouch and
boy.
crawl into the cave.
He could barely fit.
He thought he'd lost his friends for a third time. Once more, he would embark on another journey to find Riku and Kairi. The green diamond-like structure had now tempted Sora to touch it, and within that moment, Sora had touched it and was sucked into another dimension. The dimension of simulation. A world where these things called The Sims were controlled by a thing called a plumb bob, resembling the green diamond-like structure.
Is that what the diamond is? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
A plumb bob?
Yes.
The
I
hell?
hate that.
But you don't know that.
Oh, what
I've never played The Sims.
Plum Bob.
It was called Pleasant View. It's like the default Sims world name.
Sometimes spelled differently. See below. There's a green crystal used in most titles of The Sims.
Sora could see Sims were human-like creatures who, like any heart-depending being, had a heart, except their heart was not a heart, yet a plumb bob. Yes, the plumb bob was the Sims' counterpart of a heart.
Makes sense.
The Plum Bobless.
The hearts would be so easy to steal, they just float above their heads. Xehanort's researching the plumb bob in his lab. Everyone's like, yeah, Xehanort, we know what these are. We just don't want to think about it too hard.
He's researching on his MacBook buying DLC.
My favorite Sims Twitch streamer told me if I bought this DLC, I could learn the secrets of the plumb bob.
Once again, his MacBook is not running as well as it should.
I don't understand. All I have on here is The Sims.
Why would it be for sale if it wasn't going to run on my laptop?
And Sid throws his fucking headset to the ground angrily.
Jensen. Him putting the headset on like backwards around his big wizard hat.
Exactly.
He has to wear it like a DJ.
You have to bring him fucking RAM parts scattered around Destiny Island.
You click to make
Scattered when he
Yensid
broke
walk
his
down the
last
big
computer.
Yeah.
Sora hadn't been transferred to Pleasant View yet, but was in a white room. Approached him a man in a black coat. Sora looked up and valiantly dashed with his keyblade to slash the man, but alas, the keyblade did not kill. For now, he was being controlled by another superior being, which eventually meant his heart would become a plumb bob. He was in fear.
The most unflattering term I've ever heard.
His heart's going to become a plumb bob.
I can't take it seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope he's in the Hollow Bastion Tron computer.
Yeah.
His heart just like glows and then slowly floats up above his head and turns green.
The fucking game over screen.
He turns into a low poly just NPC.
God.
With like a real face texture.
It's just like his Tron, or his he's just like a world. He just changes art styles.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, he'll look like the in the 3DS game on the 3DS, the Tron world, where it's actually just the actors' faces plastered on these models.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That's a good one.
The cloak says, "Sora, I led you here. The reason is because our world is in danger," said the cloaked figure. "And what's that supposed to mean?" Sora said ignorantly. "Exactly what it does mean," he replied. And without another word, he teleported away with a barricade of green smoke. "You'll do well, Sora."
It would suck to have a blank ass sim in your party.
Yeah, just like Minecraft walks around.
He just does the hand motion like he's talking to people.
Oh yeah, you can't
See
fucking
that.
understand him either.
He just like slides around with his feet not moving during the hand motions.
All of his spells are written in Simlish.
What would the Keyblade be? For that fucking world?
It's a good question.
The crystal would be a plumb bob, or the keychain would be a plumb bob.
Of course.
Yes.
Then it would just be like a fucking like
A house.
house.
Key.
House key.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so appropriate.
Easy.
It's the real key of the CEO of Disney's house.
Yeah, it's a
Bottle.
it's a key, and then the keychain is like a key ring with like a couple keys, and then the plumb bob.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Welcome to Pleasant View. We hope you'll have a wonderful stay, said a rather computerized voice from the speaker. Wonderful, as if, exclaimed Sora, walking out of the aeroplane. He flew there? He doesn't need to do that. He can just teleport.
I guess he just woke up on the plane out
That's
of the
funny.
white void.
Sora in first class, stretched out, takes his sleep mask up. Huh? Donald and Goofy both also in first class, stretched back.
Goofy and Coach.
Sora's woken up by Goofy yelling at some poor lady in Coach.
Goofy.
You gotta make room! I'm tall!
I already stretched my chair out as far as it'll go.
Goofy kicking the seat in front of him.
And going to get his carry-on and knocking over like 1,000 carry-ons. Sora's Keyblade falls out of the carry-on booth and clacks somebody in the head.
And kills them like they turn into heartless dust.
They turn into a plumb bob.
This is really lame. For a third time, I have to venture out to another world, beat the crap out of Heartless, and go back only to do the same thing over? My life is not supposed to be a rinse and repeat cycle, exclaimed Sora again. Damn, Sora's kind of whiny now.
He's projecting a little bit.
He's tired.
He's just drawing parallels between real life and working a job every day.
Mm-hmm.
My life isn't supposed to be a cycle.
Sora walked out of the airport after doing a little business and saw a sign saying, what does that mean?
Shitting.
You gotta take an airport piss right after the flight.
Gotta hit up the Starbucks.
He got a big Cinnabon.
After doing a little shopping in the mall. Behind it, saw a sign that said his name. Behind it stood a 7-person family, 2 women, 3 men, and 2 toddlers. 2 of the men were arm in arm, and the other man was with a woman who seemed to be his wife. Along with them were 2 toddlers that each one was holding one and a cheery old woman who seemed to have had a lot of trouble in her life. Punctuation. Sora walked over. Hey, said Sora as he waved to them. He pointed at the sign. They didn't utter back a word until... Hi, Sora. Welcome to Pleasant View. My name is Bella Goth. This is my daughter, Cassandra, and my son, Alexander, she said in an Italian accent. Let me try that again.
Another round?
She said.
She very Italianly said,
Hi, Sora.
She said in some form of Italian.
Hi, Sora. Welcome to Pleasant View. My name is Bella Goth. This is my daughter, Cassandra, and my son, Alexander. Oh, well, hello, said Sora. They all
in an
grouped...
Italian accent.
Sora mimicked.
What do you think? What kind of car do you think they're driving?
Honda.
A gummy
Honda
ship.
Civic. No, Nissan Altima.
They all grouped up in the limo. Left.
Fuck!
listen, if I'm playing The Sims, my sim is buying a limo.
Fair enough.
They left in the limo that Mortimer's company had left. Mortimer was Bella's husband, unknown to Sora. Why does it matter then?
Who are these characters?
Unknown to Sora and Co. that he was still alive.
Oh,
he was
wait.
thought to be dead.
Oh, I think Mortimer is like a Disney character.
No, that's a YouTuber.
I
mean, it might be like a character from like the Black Cauldron or something.
No, there's a character named Mortimer Mouse. He was like Mickey's rival before
They're
Pete.
grown men and women.
This freak.
Yeah, there he is.
He was
Mortimer
an epic
Mouse.
Mickey, right? No, it's that's Lazo.
him.
Yeah, he was like the first villain before Pete.
Unknown to Sora, Mortimer was alive. He was thought to be dead due to his recent disappearance. The limo was driven off to a high manor. Above the town, it resembled a castle. Sora and co. were dropped off at the main gates. The limo went off to the company garage. Well, Sora? Oh, yeah. Well, Sora, you wouldn't want to be late for school, said Bella.
School!
Get on, Sora.
This world stinks!
School, replied Sora. Yeah, every sim and foreign resident has to go to school in Pleasant View, said Bella. Sora didn't want to go to school. Yeah.
It really is just drawing parallels between like daily life and school and shit.
Solar's gonna learn Plum Bobka and fucking get out of there.
He's never had to go to school. He's gonna be so behind.
He was just on summer vacation.
He has none of the rudimentary skills. He can't read. He can't write. He can't fucking learn.
Not in Simsless, he can't. They're gonna give him a basic test and he's gonna fail. Sora didn't want to deal with the drama of school, let alone the drama he already had and is having with Riku, Kairi, Heartless, and the Keyblade. All Sora wanted was to be with his friends, but the Keyblade had chosen him. So, you gonna go or not? Asked Bella. I don't think so. I don't really feel like going to school, because I've had too much going on recently, replied Sora. Oh, okay, well, when you feel like going to school, talk to me, okay?
So, no.
Sure.
Progress the dialogue.
Sure, Sora said, the end.
That was it?
That was it.
Just never talk to the NPC, you don't have to go to school.
Yeah, he ended the
That's
game.
where the story ended.
You're still in the Sims world. You never found your friends.
Oh, well.
You're gonna get a plum bob.
Sora has to go to school to continue the plot. He's not gonna continue the plot.
He's given up.
This is my life now, as long as I don't have to go to school.
I can make my own Riku and Kairi.
I was gonna say, like, the world building in this one's, like, pretty okay. Then I realized, one, this is just what happens in the game, and two, I've seen it before, so that's why I can visualize it, like the world cracking apart and going into the cave.
Uh-huh.
But then everything after that was just like, why is this person Italian? Why are you in a plane? I don't get it.
After Sora did some business at the airport, whatever that means.
I rate that 7 family members out of 7.
I rate that story of Riku challenging Sora to a foot race on Destiny Islands to see who gets to hit the wahoo on Kairi and the Sims.
No, that's too real. You would so do that.
Some really bullshit platforming.
Riku is always a fucking cheat.
I'd have to give that one a. It's gotta be like a 2 out of 5 plum bobs.
I rate that story. Sora's very complicated Cinnabon order at the airport.
Him paying $12 for a Burger King Whopper.
Oh my god.
Whoppers cost $12 here? I'm going next door to Cinnabon. Fuck this.
Do you guys have Whoppers here?
Do you guys sell Whoppers? The ones next door are really expensive. No, it's just what you see in the display case, Sora.
You want that much for one bun?
This is like a snack item. It's not really like a meal price, you know?
A Whopper has 2 buns.
The vending machines aren't much better.
God.
They have like dollar Cinnabons in the vending machine. You can't do a little better than like $12? Kid, why are you trying to haggle? This is not...
I do not get paid enough for this. I have to go through TSA every morning.
God, that must suck. Good work, everybody. Good job.
Incredible.
Wow, I love The Sims now.
You're gonna go home and play The Sims 4 and buy the latest expansion.
No.
It's gonna make
I'll watch YouTubers play it.
Well, I'm glad I recognized and liked the IPs in all 3 of those stories.
Thanks for coming on, GooberGod69.
Thank you for having me.
I look forward to your Sims VOD.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll be streaming The Sims for the first time.
Just twitch.tv. I really don't know why, but I want to play Sims.
I really just have a hankering for The Sims, and then like nothing that happened today happens in the game, and I'm like, what's the point? I don't get it.
You have half the stream just making characters.
Yeah,
That's true.
having my girlfriend yell at me for making her a little fat.
You might need to like look up how to play the game first so you can skip the tutorials.
The tutorial.
I'll crowdfund
Are
the
you gonna
DLC.
read tutorials for like 2 hours of the stream?
Is that what the game is like?
It's gotta be. There's so much like shit on screen.
Just look up a long play and put your cam in the corner and make freaking keyboard noises.
Easy
Just
money.
outsourcing my Sim stream.
It's too much work.
I don't
to play
stream for the
Sims.
love of it. I stream because it's good views. Because people will watch it.
Yes.
I'm
Easy.
on that stream grind. What's our next episode?
What is it? Irish. When's St. Patrick's Day?
True.
Why
I think St. Patrick's Day is the next one. It's in March sometime.
It's like March 17th, so no. Wait, maybe.
What are you gonna do on fucking St. Patrick's Day?
It's a rich cultural day. There's stuff that happens.
That's true, that's true.
If you're asking to write fan fictions, you're just begging for a lot of fucking milk McFlurry, a shamrock shake.
Don't
That's
spoil
not
it.
bad. Uncle, what's Grimace's uncle's name?
Not,
Uncle
not,
O'Grimacy.
Not Grimace O'Shaughnessy.
No, it's Uncle O'Grimacy.
Grimace. I think it's Grimace O'Shaughnessy. Let me see.
I don't
Grimace.
know.
Uncle.
There's
lore to
There's,
this
like,
fast
old-
food item.
Yeah, it's Uncle O'Grimacy. You're right.
then there's like there's like real lore where like what's the one story about like the guy who played the flute and all the rats just like drowned themselves in
Oh,
the
the
river.
Pied Piper.
Yeah, him.
St.
You can make a
Patrick.
fanfic out of that.
There's the
St. Patrick.
Leprechaun movies.
That's not St. Patrick.
What
Who
do
is
you
Saint?
do?
I don't even know who St. Patrick is.
It doesn't matter to
I
me.
don't, he's probably a guy.
There is.
Yeah, it's Uncle O'Grimacy, just like I remember him.
It's
Yuck.
true. He's fucking wonderful. He brings the shamrock shake.
That is low effort.
He's supposed to be a taste bud.
I will not reward that with.
Is that
measures.
what Grimace is?
The taste buds.
Oh. Why is he purple?
No, too much shamrock shake.
Oh.
Tongue numb.
Tongue frozen, circulation cut
5
off.
nights with Mac tonight, Uncle O'Grimacy.
He must be like the Golden Freddy.
That's a fucking
Oh,
Walton
so scary.
Files
Horrifying.
It's a
Who made
PNG.
It's like a Walton Files creature.
I hate that exists
what
without
does
a
he look like?
background.
He looks like the what's that character everybody made gay and it was really funny?
Huh?
The like
Oh,
horror...
the fucking Babadook.
Yeah, it looks like the Babadook. The gay Babadook.
With the hat, you're not wrong. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, if
God.
you just search St. Patrick's Day on fanfiction.net, there's a lot of stuff.
There's probably a lot of stuff on St. Patrick's Day.
True.
I don't know if it's necessarily got
Characters
St. Patrick
celebrating.
or Irish lore in it.
The description of this is it's a Harry Potter fanfiction.
Mm-hmm.
Fred and George were lucky enough to pull off the ultimate St. Patrick's Day prank.
What could that mean?
Fred and George.
They're
What
the
happened?
twins.
They're gonna,
They're the twins.
This
from
sentence-
Harry
Oh,
Potter.
from Harry Potter. Yeah.
they're gonna put their shoes on their knees and pretend to be leprechauns.
Fuck.
The first sentence I scrolled to is Merlin's beard. I think I'd almost rather have been splinched. Fred moaned, rubbing his sore back.
Splinch.
What is that?
Rubbing his sore back.
Rubbing
Ah.
his sponge.
I would rather get splinched.
Holy fuck.
It's like a Dr. Seuss term.
Incredible.
We'll figure it out next time.
All
You'll,
right.
s- you'll see what our next episode is in the next episode.
On the Grimace O'Shaughnessy podcast episode. The
Fuck
Uncle
you.
O'Grimacy collab.
You know, you could have been drawing these shitty grimace drawings fast enough to convince me this is real.
On on his
and I
phone.
wouldn't doubt it. They're just flat colors.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Thanks for listening. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify and other musical platforms. Follow us on Twitter. Links below. Check me out on twitch.tv/swelltimegpool.
You don't necessarily have to check me out. I don't really do much online.
Not yet,
But I do have a Twitch that I may get back to eventually.
You have a very good pinned tweet.
Do I? Oh, right. That's part of my Twitch.
Mm-hmm. GooberGod69.
Yes, at GooberGod69. I don't really tweet or anything, so don't expect much.
Okay. I won't cancel you.
Thank God.
I also don't do anything.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Have a good night.